Hello and welcome to my channel where we will be diving deep into the world of literature. I'm your host Sumedh, and today I'm excited to discuss with you a chapter from a book that is Wise and Otherwise, written by Sudha Murthy. The author masterfully has narrated one of the experiences of her life in an entertaining manner. So sit back, relax, and join me as we embark on this journey together. On one bright morning of the June, Sudha Murthy, as usual, was reading a Kannada newspaper. It was a day of school leaving certificate results. The list of toppers, that is, rank holders and their photographs, took up almost the entire front page. Sudha Murthy has a great fascination for rank holders since she was brought up in a family of professor and once also was a teacher. She strongly believed that rank is not mere index of one's intelligence, but it also denotes the hard work and perseverance of a student. There were multiple photographs, but one particular photograph of a boy ranked 8 captured Sudha Murthy's attention. He had a sparkle in his eyes. He was frail and pale. Sudha Murthy wanted to know more about him, but only information that she could gather from the newspaper was that his name was Hanumanthappa and he had secured 8th rank. To her surprise, the next day his photo, along with his interview, was published. Sudha Murthy learned from given information that his father was a coolie and he was the eldest of 5 children, and he belonged to a tribal group. Even though he had ranked 8, he told in the interview that he would not be studying further as his father is the only breadwinner in his family and he only earns 40 rupees per day. Sudha Murthy was sorry for this young bright boy and thought to herself that most of us send our kids to tuitions, coaching classes, provide them reference books, guides, but it was different for Hanumanthappa. Of Ramapura, he had come a long way in spite of being denied some of the basic necessities of life. While thinking about this, still holding the newspaper in her hands, Sudha Murthy gazed at a mango tree in her neighbor's compound. It looked pressed with tender, green, glistening leaves, with dew drops and mangoes that were about to ripen in a few days. Beyond that tree, there was a small potted plant that had remained almost the same ever since it had been potted. Sudha Murthy's thoughts were running free, but this silence broke by the whistle of pressure cooker. Sudha Murthy had realized that half an hour had been passed. Sudha Murthy decided to help the boy. His postal address was given in the newspaper. Sudha Murthy immediately took a postcard and wrote to him. She only wrote 2 lines, saying that she was interested in meeting him and asking whether he could come to Bangalore. Just then, her father, who had gone for a walk and read the postcard, upon coming, he asked her, if he is so much poor, how could he have money to come here? He suggested, to provide him money for his fare and pair of decent clothes. Sudha Murthy added one more line, saying that she would pay for his travels and some clothes. 4 days later, she received a postcard in reply with just 2 sentences. In first, he thanked her for the letter, and in the second, he expressed his willingness to come to Bangalore. Sudha Murthy, on reading this, immediately sent him money and address to her office. When he finally arrived in her office, he looked like a frightened calf that had lost its way. It must have been his first trip to Bangalore. He was humble. He wore a clean shirt and trousers. His hairs were neatly parted and combed. That sparkle was still there in his eyes. Sudha Murthy got straight to the point and she said, we would like to sponsor you. This means that we will be paying your fees for any course you study. He did not answer. Sudha Murthy's senior colleague, who was in the office with her, interrupted and said with a smile, let's not go at the speed of bits and bytes. He'll give his answer at the end of the day. When Hanumanthappa was ready to return to home, he said to Sudha Murthy that he would like to pursue his study at Teachers Training College in Bellary, which was the closest to his village. Sudha Murthy agreed instantly, but spoke to him a little more to find out whether there was any other course he would like to pursue. She said this to let him know that they would pay for any course and money wasn't the matter. The boy, however, knew what he wanted. Sudha Murthy asked him how much money should she send him on a monthly basis for his college and hostel facility. He said that he will report back to her after he had confirmed the details. 2 days later, he wrote in his beautiful handwriting that he would require approximately 300 rupees per month, and he would be sharing his room with one of his friends. They would cook together in order to keep the expenses down. Sudha Murthy sent 1800 rupees to cover his expenses for 6 months. He acknowledged her draft and expressed his gratitude. Time passed. One day, suddenly Sudha Murthy remembered that she had to send another 1800 rupees to Hanumanthappa, so she sent him another 1800 rupees. This too was acknowledged by Hanumanthappa. But along with it, he had sent 300 rupees back, along with a note saying, "It is kind of you to have sent me money, but I was not in Bellary for last 2 months. For 1 month there were holidays, and the month followed there was a strike. So he was at home for those 2 months, and his expenditure during these months were less than 300 rupees per month. So kindly accept this amount," he noted. Sudha Murthy had taken aback. Such poverty and yet such honesty. Hanumanthappa knew that Sudha Murthy demanded no account of the money he spent, yet he had made it a point to return the balance money. Unbelievable, but very true. This experience had taught her that honesty is not a mark of some particular class, nor it can be learned anywhere, but it naturally springs from the heart of a certain someone. Sudha Murthy did not know how to react to this poor boy's honesty. She just prayed to the God that God would continue to bestow the best on Hanumanthappa and his family.